Hello, Fanny and Fuzzy. Thank you for tagging me so many times. I really need to come up with a player tune for Fuzzy, or they're just going to go crazy with the redeem clicking. All right, we're on high scores today. We must set high scores. I broke one of my own rules and left a file in a broken state. I must fix. Okay. Oh, that's right. So we're trying to do the high score from kiwibert has kiwiberts on either side. And we're trying to do, where is it? Somewhere here. We've done most of that screen. Yeah, we're trying to do this part of the high score screen. Okay. We can do it. We can do it. I just need to figure out a nice, easy way of when there's a image that's in a texture atlas, like a sprite sheet, I need to find a nice, easy way of just getting one image handle from it. Let layout equals. Don't think it needs to be mutable. That looks correct. Spent yesterday trying to figure out how to dev a WordPress theme. I rediscovered why I hate the clusterfuck that is WordPress. I'm just going to use a JS framework instead. Completely agree with you. WordPress, it's just gotten so, over the years, it's kind of just gotten so, what's the word I want? Labyrinthine, right? Like, it's just out of control. I spent plenty of time writing WordPress back in the day, but honestly, I wouldn't go near it now. And people still get paid huge amounts of money to write WordPress plugins. But things like static site generators are honestly all you need for most things. I can understand its appeal if you just want to set up a shop and be done with it kind of thing. But even then, there's good alternatives, I reckon. Okay, so that matches that. I need to understand where I am here. Let's comment out some of the shit. Yep, so we're adding a layout here. What? What? Stop. What's happening? Unclosed delimiter, you say. But you are not correct. Oh, we got ads. That is a closed delimiter. All right. What else is breaking? Still unclosed? Really? Spawn with children. Yeah. It's totally closed. What are you talking about, you crazy computer? Oh, this doesn't look right. There we go. And that won't be right because we don't have tile. So we're trying to get to the point where we've got Kiwi. I learned back in 2021 and it was a bit of a mess then, yeah. Lots of backwards and forwards between the code and the dashboard. Apparently they've gone even further towards developing for the block editor instead of just writing a website, right? And you, when I remember it, it was opening a text box on the web and pasting in PHP code. I don't know if it's still like that, but it just felt weird, really, really weird. Okay, so you get the layout, and then you can add a texture atlas. So let's let atlas equals texture atlas. Did you folks watch to the end with Woodstone last night? I conked out at about 10:30. I saw he finished though, so that's good. Okay, idle first. So that is going to be 0. And layout is, it wants an enum. Oh, I see. It wants a handle. Yeah, so can I just do this? Hang on. What about if I do this? Is there a to handle? To owned, no. See, because normally you do it by inserting it into a resource which has layouts in it, but I don't want to do that. I just want the handle. I don't care about the resource. Do I have to do it that way? Maybe I have to do it that way. I guess I can. Like, I conked out at 11. I was pretty tired by then. He wrote a thank you at midnight. Yeah. Res, I think it's either Resmu assets or Atlas's assets layouts, something like that. That doesn't look right. Let's look in player layouts. Resmoot assets texture atlas layout. That's what it is. Okay, and then you go layouts, I think insert or add. Add. Okay. Interesting, because that might already be there from the player screen. Rust! Hey, Muscleman Development, how you doing? You sound like someone that I might need to follow. Oh, I'm already following you. Hey, look at that. I must have cruised by your stream at some point. So yes, so layouts add, and then Atlas becomes layout like so, and then it gets rid of that error. And then we have a sprite bundle. Co-working, indeed. Thank you for the co-work. Oh, there are no puppies down there at the moment. They're both out walking with their other human. They will return. They will indeed return. It's just an empty, forlorn blanket down there right now. Okay, now. Then we do still need a sprite bundle. So basically, what have we got here? We've got, yeah, so UI image new Kiwi. That is not going to be a thing. So yeah, I wonder if you can make a UI image from, in the same way that you would do blankies. I wonder if you can make a UI image in the same way that you can make a sprite bundle from a layout. Basically, username. Let's see. What does UI image accept? It accepts a handle image. So they call her Panda. They call them Panda, in fact. The Panda Slam. Slamming across the plains of Twitch with a green sword in hand. No. So Kiwi is nothing, so that's not going to work. But handle image, I can give it texture assets Kiwi clone, but that doesn't help because that is a sprite sheet and I need a single image. Where did the name Basie come from? Basie is, all of the machines in my house are named after jazz artists. So Basie is from Count Basie. And it was something that I used during a period when I just wanted something that no one else had picked for gaming handles for various services. And Basie was an easy one. It was nice and short. I've since come to regret it because everybody asked me how to pronounce it. It seems obvious to me, but it's not obvious to everyone. But the machine I'm developing on is Thelonious, after Thelonious Monk. One of my other machines is Coltrane, another one is Gershwin, and so on. So I keep all my machines named after various jazz musicians. And Basie's my nickname, but my real name is Rich, which is plastered all over my GitHub, so it's hard to ignore. Yeah, see, like if I open a terminal right now, it's actually it doesn't. There you go. Linux Thelonious 6.10.2 Arch. And yeah, the machine that's running the robot right now is named Jamal after, what is their first name? Ahmad, that's his name, who recently died. Okay, now. The law, the Basie law. Oh, he weren't listening. Clip that shit. Okay, so the question is, can I get a handle to a single spreadsheet frame, essentially, to use with a UI image? Because if I put the handle in, I'm pretty sure you can get a handle from an atlas. Let's see if that is a thing. Let's go to Bevy, docs.rs Bevy, and we'll ask for texture atlas and see what functions we have available to us. Index layout. Okay. From handle texture atlas layout. Yeah, that's not real useful. You want to cuddle with Teddy, need doggo cuddles? He is a very cuddly dog. He's been our younger dog until he has a nasty dose of like an allergic reaction to something. So she's currently wearing a cone, which means she needs to sleep in Ted's crate because it's bigger. And it's the only place she can turn around in right now without colliding with something. So Ted's been sleeping on our bed, but unfortunately that means we haven't been sleeping well on our bed. Yes, it did. Thank you, Fernie. He basically takes up more and more room as the minutes go by until he's consuming the entire center of the bed. And that's our life at the moment. So hopefully that stops soon and we can actually get some sleep. To be honest, my partner's sleeping fine. I'm not sleeping great because he tends to gravitate towards my side. Oh, you wrote your Overland Bevy too? Yeah. This is all Bevy and just basic Rust for the background, but for the words for the robot part of it. But yeah, it all talks to a database, and then the database sends essentially pub sub messages to the overlay, which reads them and turns them into messages. Need to write a script to adjust the frequency of the camera every now and then to keep it going. I know, right? It's so annoying. It's like all I have to do is switch it from 30 frames a second to 60 and back, and it's fine. But why does it do that? It's something to do with the way it caches, I think. I don't know what's going on. Very annoying. If I don't notice that the blue light has gone off, I have to wait for someone in chat to tell me. Oh boy. Yeah, I have heaps more that I want to do with the overlay. I just haven't made the time for it. I've been so focused on getting this game done. It's tea time. I know. I need to refresh my own. It's getting a bit cold. All right, so getting a handle from... What about getting a handle from the texture atlas layout? Does that help? I need to understand this. Did I spell it right? Yeah. Add texture from grid, get texture index. What about that? Retrieves the texture section index of the given texture handle. No. That's kind of the opposite of what I want. I don't already have a handle. Len. Add texture from grid. I just want one individual frame from the layout. How do I do that? Can I iterate through it? Maybe? That seems weird. Hey, Prod, how you doing? It's going good. It's not actually in a buildable state right now. Let me fix that. 2.6. We did a bunch of work on it recently. Is that going to build? That is going to build. And we will remove the code that starts that state off. I fixed the control issue that I was having, which made it so hard to play, so it's now much easier to play. Any advice for a recent grad and job hunter who has a few years of experience making his own software and managing own infrastructure? I've not been paid for it, but do it because I'm passionate about it. Totally get that. I too am self-taught. I started when I was very young, but I didn't realize that you could do it for a living. A little bit embarrassing. But I am now a non-university qualified software engineer. I do platform engineering mostly. And I'm trying to get a job rating Rust because my current job is not enjoyable and I'm leaving it in 2 weeks. So the pressure's on. I would say you're not an old account for proxy. No, I think that Prod is their own brand of particular individual. Very particular individual. This is my estimation of Prod. Game state menu is what we want there. Okay, let's see if that all runs and we can run through the game at the moment. No, it does not because I have failed to account for something. Something invalid system configuration. I see. Tell me more about this. It's probably in high school, I imagine. Yes, it is. Because we don't have texture assets loaded. Unused, that's fine. I would start my own business, but need more income more than freedom. Totally get it. My take on the market at the moment is that it's quite tight. So we did most of this yesterday. We did, there's a timer and then it shows a little help screen with a Kiwi jumping down and then getting hit in the head by a sheep. Some of the animation is a little funky, but we're working on it. And get hit in the head. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, and we're panicking because we're in badness. Level info does not exist. Really? I thought we fixed that one. They do stream. They're passionate about game jams and mostly play game jams on the stream. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's panicking right off. What's going on there? Is it consistent or is it time sensitive? I feel like there's not a lot of money in the market at the moment. It's tricky I feel that there's some market for seniors still, but it's kind of patchy, and sometimes you can definitely get a job, but it's not necessarily the job that you're looking for, which is what I'm finding. I took a job with a very large corporation, and I regret it because I really like working for startups and kind of small teams and getting to know everybody. So I'm kind of pushing in that direction. I think in terms of kind of proving yourself for your first professional job, FOSS is free open source software, fuzzy. It can be tricky, but you kind of look for basically almost anything that will pay that kind of gets you on the board. I went to a boot camp not because I needed to learn to program, but because I was kind of curious about the industry. Like I didn't know much about working with teams or all that kind of thing. So I kind of just went and hung out with a bunch of programmers and wrote some software and had some fun, and then ended up contracting in a C#.net shop for about 6 months. And then went on to contract for various other places, and then gradually built up a bit of a history. And now I don't have too much trouble finding more jobs, but definitely tricky finding that first one, especially in this climate. And there's not much contract work out there at the moment, so it's all kind of full-time work, at least where I am. I'm not sure if that helps. Do I have FOSS projects? I contribute to a couple. I'm trying to contribute to Bevy because I've made like 2 pull requests, which are really basic, but I'm trying to do more because I really want it to succeed. I have a few projects on my GitHub from ages ago, but nothing too dramatic. I hear the dogs are roving home. First of all, though, I do need to understand why level info is missing. We've got a system running out of order somewhere because we had this bug and I thought we fixed it. Uh-oh, it's dogs. Hi, dogs. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Where's the puppy cam? Let's turn the puppy cam on. Oh, you're all over the place. It's very hard to focus on you. It's very hard. It's very hard. You're everywhere. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Are you going again or are you staying? That's Ted. Hey, Ted, come here. Come here. Good boy. Yes. Your public demands you. Have a treat. There you go. He's all over the place. There he is. Oh, hi. It's Ted. Oh, no, he's gone again. And the other one. Hello, other one. Hello, other one. Come here. Come and say hi to your adoring public. No? Okay. No. It's short for Teddy. Hey, come here. This way. There we go. Good girl. And that's Tilly. With the ears. The giant ears. Okay, now they're both gone. Teddington the Fourth, potentially. I think he's the first of his name. Good beings indeed. Okay, so we need... We'll leave that there in case they come back. We need to find out why level info crashing. Because it shouldn't. But what's happening is it's a resource, but it hasn't been initialized by the point that someone is trying to access it. And I thought that we fixed that the other day, but apparently not. So which part of it are we depending on that's crashing? Let's look at the error message here. Oh, it ran. Oh, no, it doesn't run when you actually load, right? Yeah. So which level info does not exist? Resource requested by UI init. Okay. So we look at UI init. And we see... Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Welcome home.
I know the dogs got a hello, but I did not.
Well, I'm sorry, but the dogs came in to see me. Oh. Yeah, so level info. Chat says welcome home. Chat says welcome home.
Well, the chat is more agreeable than you are.
Chat is more agreeable than I am. Okay. Thanks, chat. You showed me
I'll
up.
make the chat a cup of tea, but you can sling your hook.
Wow. That's really harsh. I need someone to bankroll a computer upgrade for me. Want to compile a Bevy project faster than once every 5 minutes with the fans going full blast. I know Rust is really hard on the CPU, right? If I'd known that I was going to be streaming, get wrecked, nerd. Thanks. Then I would have definitely bought a bigger CPU. I did buy a good graphics card, so that's something. So we've got level info, but we're running the init after next level init, which should be enough. Because next level runs before... let's look at menu. Have an old i7 7700 in a 1 something HP. Oh, a Hewlett Packard. A strong little PC, but not the best. Hey, Uga. Just do what I do. Just give up on projects before it gets too slow to compile. Or you can do what Pirate Software does and make sure it runs on a fridge. So when we hit the button on menu, what are we transitioning to? Is it next level? Because it should be. Oh yeah, I was totally going to change this. Okay, so when we hit the button, we're doing what? Doop-a-doo, next state set, state 0 clone. What's going on there? Next state, game state. I think this is wrong. I think that should be, because I've added a bunch of states. I think this should be game state next level. What is your problem here? Change state is in mute interaction query. Wait, so what? This is from the game template that I used, but it doesn't look familiar. I used IRC in my Bevy overlay. Oh, right. It was a pain using a node bundle and a VEC that has a max capacity of 5. Yeah, I definitely went with the event sub. I kind of flirted with the other stuff, but event sub was the way. Chat gets pushed to the VEC and displayed by the node bundle. Gotcha. My laptop battery was bloated, and I have no idea how long it's been like that. Oh, no. Yeah, that sounds like a fire waiting to happen, right? Yeah, that's not cool. There's a Tid. Hi, buddy. You gonna hang out, or are you just coming to see if there's more food? Okay. So what is state here? Change state. Option change state. Yeah, this is not my code. Game state next level. I see. Oh, so we bind it with a button like that. All right. That's where it's coming from. So it will be loading next level. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it'd be a lot simpler to just wait till the button's clicked and then hard code the state, but you know, whatever works. Okay, so we are going to next level when we hit the button, and we should be running the init from next level. Here, and level info should be initialized, and it is spawn counts, spawn points, texture indices. Oh, is this because the level ron file isn't working? Probably. I bet it is. There'll be a... Of course, the LSP doesn't work for ROM files. There'll be some kind of weird syntax error in here that'll be failing it. God damn it. See if my pattern recognition can spot it or not. It'll be like a comma missing or... Come on, pattern recognition, do your thing. Oh, the has preview thing. I bet that's it. I changed that. So level info. Uh-oh. Big Boy Games. What are you doing? Don't expose these poor people to rust. Hi. Thank you so much for the raid. That's very kind of you. And for the shout out, Fanny. That's very, very nice of you. And thank you for the follow. Actually, you're very close to being the 250th follower. Get Big Boy raided. I came here from the raid, but I wasn't I literally here yesterday? Yeah, there's rust going on in here, Bad Cop. It's not bash, but it's rust. There's lots of people I know in here. Funny how this happens, exactly. Oh, and you're rating it for an ad. Let's stop that. That's ridiculous. Thank you so much, Big Boy. I really appreciate it. No bash. I do have some Zish floating around somewhere, but no bash. What is that camera? Oh, those are my dogs. I'm over here. Hello. Those are my dogs. Yes, so level info has... There's a level struct in here somewhere. Somewhere. We know it's here somewhere. Where is it? You've distracted me with your massive rating. Hey, we got to 250. Thank you for the follow. It's always nice when you follow and it completes the goal, right? I have to think of something to do for 300. At 200, I promised to write a game in Godot. It lasted about a day, and then I got frustrated and went back to Bevy. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. I do know a lot of these people. I suppose there's possibly some people that haven't been here before, but my name's Basie. I write Rust and Bevy engine games, and do some Linuxy stuff and some NeoVim stuff and that kind of good stuff. We're also part of actually 2 teams now. We're part of this team right here. And we'll shout out Irish John Games, who thoroughly deserves it. And we're also doing the green thing now. And Meisaka and I'm Geyser are both on. And you should totally follow them. Yeah, I do need to show off the kiwibert, but I need to make it build first. I'm green. I know. I'm green prod. I'm semi-green. I'm off green Q. We also have a Discord. You could join it if you wanted to. Okay, so I know what the problem is here. It's is demo, I think, is the one we're looking for. Or is sample, is demo. Oh, where is it? Maybe it's in loading. Load levels. Yeah, here we go. It's this one. And this one. Yep. Knew it. Now we got is preview. And what we actually want is has preview. Oh, so annoying. Okay, that in theory should make it load. Let's find out if that's true. Is it true? Is it true? Could it be true? I hope it's true. It might be true. We need a jazzy little tune to play over that. Massacre is fun, trying to get them to do JPEG XL too. It's funny to see the Twitch team has more people than the API now. Lol. I know. I need to sort out the API. I haven't caught up with that bit of it yet. This is this janky little animation that we did yesterday. Pre-roll ads are on? No.
Can I come and do a show and tell?
Okay. Now click the sheet. Hi.
Can I do a show and tell?
Yes. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so this is where we're up to. We've got basic introductory stuff. Single sheep spawns on this one. Pressed up and it jumped off. Yeah. We also animated the sheep yesterday because they were just teleporting places before. Oh no. And that's also obviously a bug because it shouldn't collide with you until at least after it jumps onto the tile. But we'll get there. We will get there. We're not concerned about that. And then we introduce the spinners and the number 8 wire coil that really looks like nothing at all because my sprite is terrible. Oh, damn it. I'm so bad at my own game. So bad. I'm going to have ads in a sec. I put them off as long as I could. Get wrecked. Okay. Then it starts to get a little weird. Just a little weird, you know. Mild weirdness. Sort of semi-mild weird. But we appreciate weird. Interesting. And then we start to bring the enemy spawns back. I just feel like you could recreate kiwibert exactly, or you could do something slightly different. Yeah, the map has changed. And then we've got this one, which I added, I don't know, yesterday or the day before, which is just a little bizarre. And it's got spawns on the sides. The only trouble is that most of the enemies just fall off, but you know, it's inventive, it's different. You're mostly just dodging a barrage of enemies flying through the air. Can't remember if I added one after this. I think I did. I think I added like a square. Oh yeah, this one. Thought indeed. Oh yeah, and the spawn's halfway down, which is a little dodgy. Oh, we got ads. Big boy, I kind of lost track of you in the commotion, but I do hope your stream was good. I'm sorry I didn't ask you about it before. But thank you so much for the raid. You may have had to raid and run, in which case, rest up. I'm a terrible, terrible host. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment, and we're currently working on the high score screen, this thing. And with the goal of eventually echoing the high scores to the Twitch chat. But we need to get this working first, so. I am going to take 2 secs during the ads to catch up with what's going on elsewhere, and I will be right back, hopefully with more tea. I'm back. And I have tea. I have more tea. I have lots and lots more tea. A giant cup of tea. Wait, what? What's happened? What is going? Seriously, what the hell is going on here? What the actual hell is going on? Thank you so much, Irish John. I have no idea if you're still there, but that's extremely nice of you. And it's nice of all who have arrived here. You're doing a heckin' parlay, and yes, you are. And it's a Finn, and it's a Sparky, and it's a Turgis, and it's a Prod was here already, and it's a Dr. Cappinsur, and it's a Summerfest, and it's and I Slater USA, and What Kind of Tea, and Kilted Ninja, and Finn is Fine. He was already here. No, he wasn't. And I've lost track. Welcome, everybody. My name's Spacey. I do Rust and Bevy game dev, and what else do? I do NeoVim, and I do some volunteer work, and there are dogs floating around somewhere. And Fanny kept them busy. Thank you so much. Distractions, Fanny's middle name. Fanny Distraction Slam. Huh. Okay. Do I use Arch? Yes, I do, by the way, as evidence. Ta-da. But I've been using it for about 10 years, so I feel like I was using it before it was like a hipster marker or something, or whatever it is now. It just always made sense to me. Arch is great. It's a rolling release distro. What's not to like? Okay. What were we doing? We were doing high scores. So what we're doing right now, for those that don't know, is we are recreating this 1982 arcade game from my childhood, kiwibert. And we're just putting our own twist on it, basically. I don't think my headphones are working. That's concerning. Oh, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Fanniest Distraction Slammiest, the first Slayer of Heathens, Distractor of Raids. Oh, kiwibert, indeed, kiwibert. I love kiwibert. So this is kiwibert. It's not the main game that I've been working on, but I started doing this a few weeks back, and it's become really addictive, and the screen size bug is showing up again. Let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, so kiwibert, our working title. And we implemented that weird little instruction set yesterday, because the original was written in assembler in 1982. That twist, monetization. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I was planning on putting it on Steam for like 50 cents. I remember playing it on my Atari. I had an Amiga. We were like mortal enemies back then, Amigas and Ataris. Okay, so yeah, it's a very simple implementation. It uses the keyboard for controls. It has a kiwi. It starts out simple. kiwibert does kind of look like a kiwi, you're right. Yeah, the poppers are in the lounge. I love the Amiga. One of my first computers was an Amiga 500. Fantastic. In fact, I think I've even mentioned it in my about section. It had a lasting impression on me. Don't go that way. No. Bugger. I need to add a sound effect for that. I constantly lose at my own game, which makes it quite difficult to demonstrate the later levels. But I'm getting better. I'm just old, you know? Go away. Go away. Thank you. I've been making a Commodore 64 game. That is awesome. I used to be really jealous of my friend who had a Commodore 64, and I didn't. I had no computer at the time. Strange as that may be to conceive of in this day and age where everyone has a computer, but we didn't. The first computer in our household was like an Atari 600 XL that my brother brought home and plugged into a giant behemoth of a TV. Oh, man. See, I keep losing. Oh, okay. You're just going to have to trust me on merit that there are more levels after this. Then I got an Amiga, and then they were jealous. Exactly. Okay, so we're working on the high score at the moment. So we want a high score table that we can add to, but also which echoes to the Twitch channel. I know that level again, Prod. I suck. I'm so bad. That's okay. So high scores. So what we will do, that level is possibly the hardest level right now. Isn't that how cheat codes are born? Well, I should have some kind of mechanism to hop to a level, right? But I just don't yet. So instead, in the loading section, we'll hop straight to high scores, which will continue to state game state high score. This is Bevy's ECS system, which might be a little unfamiliar to some, but it's quite an addictive way to write a game. You basically just set up a bunch of game states and load shit in, and then query the entity component system much as if it were a database. It works really well. It takes a bit of getting your head around, but I really enjoy it. The downside, of course, is that Bevy doesn't have an editor yet, but we did just have our 4th birthday. So Bevy is 4 years old. Bevy's 4th birthday. So the next year, we're really supposed to be working on getting a UI system solidified and then getting an editor that people can use. So it's a big deal. Oh, we should do a team shout out. Who we got left? We got Gecko the Dev. Do you know, I'm not sure I'm following Gecko the Dev. And we got a green shout out. Oh, Maisaka and I'm Geyser are still on. Okay. So all of this, by the way, all this robot and the overlay was written in Bevy and or in Rust from scratch pretty much, apart from the libraries I use for OICD and stuff. So yeah, it's all hand-rolled stuff. The sound effects are all recorded in my bathroom on my phone with a guitar. Okay, so high score. Let's look at our high score plugin. And yeah, so we were trying to figure out how to get the single asset that we needed in order to display the Kiwi. But honestly, I'm tempted just to export it. Wait. Oh, hey, Clonk. How you doing? Clonk is awesome. If anybody's not following Clonk, they really should be, because they are amazing and very inspirational. L colon Q. Oh, I have to wait 38 seconds. God damn it. Yeah, so I don't know about... My issue with Bevy UI at the moment is that you can't just... You have to use a UI image. You can't use a sprite bundle. And I don't know if it accepts... Who is Clonk? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I don't know if there's a way to rip a single image out of our sprite bundle. Like we've got Kiwi. What? No. Go away. Stop. Get lost. No. Kiwi. Kiwi, Kiwi, Kiwi. There we go. Kiwi. Which has a number of frames. Fear the prowess of my awesome pixel art. It's quite impressive, as you can see. But is there a way to just get one handle to a single image? And I don't know. So I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way and grab this image and export it, because I am lazy. Paste special. Paste as new sprite. This sprite is called Kiwi single PNG. Okay, cool. All right. So now we can add that to our loading section. Yes, we can. We can do it. Texture assets. Kiwi single. We have to alphabetize because we're anal like that. Asset. Path equals textures. Does anybody else have to sort all of their code by alpha when possible? I've never been able to shake the habit. Absolutely not. Clonk, do you have the bus right now? It's bussing. Yeah, it's probably true. Kiwi single. Only weird people do that. My code is sorted by chaos and chaos only. Yeah. Okay. That's understandable. I can identify with that. I just can't do it. I had someone the other day though who would actually refuse a PR if it wasn't sorted. So I've never encountered that level of dedication before. I can only spaghetti. Entropy focused programming. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, my tea's getting too strong. Hang on. We got to get the tea bag out. One moment. Tea bag rescue. Yeah. Okay. We're good. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't panic. Okay. We have to read the MIT license every time we open this directory, apparently. So what am I looking for now? I'm looking for high score. And then we should be able to just load without bothering with all this texture atlas business, which is what we want. So we're going to go pspawn. This is what you have to do to get UI working in Bevy at the moment. It's kind of fiddly, but better things are coming. We are assured that better things are coming. Texture, assets, kiwi, single, clone, blah, 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 blah. All right. So where is that going to appear is the question. We do wonder that. And because there's no editor, I am reloading everything every time I want to see a change. And that's fine. That's the way we do it. Okay, so high scores, and we got a tiny little kiwi right there. And we can put a tiny little kiwi on the other side, presumably. I wonder if you can reverse using a UI image. Or if I have to just load a new one. The world is held together with tears. Whose tears? Concerning. Whose tears? Okay, sprite. Edit. Flip horizontal. Ta-da! Who needs software control? We'll just use a sprite. Save as. Kiwi single. Reverse. I'm a pragmatist, damn it. Copy, paste. Bad Vimmer, using the down key. Very, very bad Vimmer. Terrible Vimmer. Kiwi single, reverse. Last time I coded a game myself, it asked like 3 questions. It had answers in it and was in MS Basic and text only. It did beep and had color though. I wrote a game in Amiga Basic once. I don't think it was very good. In fact, I'm quite confident it wasn't. Thank you for the follows, by the way. I missed Spiky Pugwash, Enskiminator, I want to say. Samar Faye. Puppycam isn't a follower, that's a redeem. And Incoherent Rage. I can get with that name. No field kiwi single reverse because I haven't added it yet. That's why. Reverse. Reverse. How do you code anything with text? Oh, sorry. Let me fix that. There we go. Is that better? It's a 4K screen, but I have it's really bad. I have a script that opens everything to 2K and then surrounds it with other terminal windows. Here's one of them right here. So that it resizes correctly because it's a 4K screen. So the overlay is running in this terminal, and there's like a chat window down below that's running from the robot. It's all very, very bad and low tech. And the same thing's happening with the browser. It's just surrounded by terminals to get it to the right size. I just typed in code from my books full of basic code for games you could type and play. Yeah. I used to type in code from magazines all the time. And those magazines sometimes came with floppies on them, but yeah, that was high tech. Okay, hang on. I got to resize all this shit now. I don't have a key for that. I do not have a key. I am a terrible streamer. Those were the days. There used to be an Amiga format magazine that came with a little floppy disk attached to it, like sellotape to it every month. Those things were awesome. Shareware all over them back when shareware was a thing. When you could photocopy a game, right? Or you were entering BASIC into your Atari, but your Atari had no permanent storage device. So if you made a mistake or someone turned it off, you lost the whole thing. You wouldn't download a video game. You wouldn't steal a purse from an old person. Don't type in a game from a magazine. You will be punished. Single reverse, right. So high score. You wouldn't 3D print a car. Only if it was allowed. Only if you had permission. The builds of this, by the way, are published to itch once I run the CI on them. Over where? Over kiwibert. Sorry about the flashbang. Over here, secret URL, copy link address here. And I publish the updates to our Discord, which is very, very limited at the moment. Oh, thanks, Fanny. I forgot you could pin things. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, that is where it is. Wouldn't download a game, but absolutely going to nick a granny's purse. They're only their generation with actual money, right? And houses. I have a house, so I can't talk, but... okay, high scores. Does that look offset to you? That looks offset to me, like it's got a margin on it. Okay, but we got Kiwis now. So let's get out of there. And let's... To me, it looks like you wouldn't download a granny's house. Yeah, it's got a margin. UI rect horizontal 3, which is probably okay. Blah, 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 blah. High scores, and then this one's got UI rect horizontal value 3 as well. Huh. Maybe it's just, maybe I've got some weird camera centering issue, because I know I offset the camera for the game itself. Maybe I need to stop doing that until we're actually in the game. See, next century, can I live in it? If I can, then totally. Wait, can you live in next century, or can you live in granny's? Oh, okay, I get you. Those books were meant to be typed in and often to be copied and shared, so your friends want the other books, right? Yeah, I do remember in desperation writing like C and C++ programs on paper at some point just to kind of try and understand what was going on in the books I was reading. But yeah, having an actual computer is definitely to be preferred. I do remember my dad saying you can't smell an email. I don't know, some of them are pretty smelly. Okay, so let's just set aside the whole issue of whether it's indented properly or not, or whether the camera's centered. And then we'll go with 2 children, because we want to emulate this. Oh, not that. We want to emulate this kind of display. No. Stop it. That kind of display. Which means we need 2 columns. So, and it goes left to right, which is kind of annoying actually, but I guess it makes sense. And then we're going to need 1 kind of featured block there. So that means we need another node bundle. Yes, we do. I don't know that we necessarily want those kind of width and height, but it's definitely going to be centered. It doesn't need a margin like that. It probably does need a vertical margin though. My mum's programming class required every punch card to have the punch cards numbered in pencil, or you got 0 credit for the assignment. One of my lasting regrets, I don't know if it's a regret or just, yeah, I think it would have been really interesting to do punch card programming and to, you know, have to submit them to be run in the computer. I think living in those days would be interesting. You know, the whole hacker dictionary era, that kind of thing. Just really, really fun stories came out of that time. But at the time, I did not realize that programming was the thing you could do for a living. I was very, very ignorant. Well, yeah, you can't know what order they go in otherwise, right? Yeah. One young lady came to class and tripped and dropped her box with her final project all over the floor. Oh, man. Yeah, harsh. They have the card number punched. Oh, they do? Wait, I have to see this. Fortran. Fortran spotted. Statement number. Okay. We got calculator instruction card, identification. I guess these are statement numbers. Location. I don't know if the card itself is numbered though. Maybe different cards have different formats, right? Because the number was written on it, the entire class was able to sort 1,000 cards really quickly. I got you. Well, this one's got a number, but yeah, this is printed rather than punched, right? Whereas this one's punched. Okay, so that's actually been used. Oh, man. It's a whole other world. Whole other world. Okay, so this one is... We might need to be able to select this. So we don't want it to be a UI image, but we do want it to be marked with a component. So let's go with like derive component, debug, top score, high score, top score, pub struct, leader, top score. Boop-a-doo. Top score. And then that's going to need a, you have returned, welcome back. They punch where the prints are, yeah. Whoop, that wasn't the screen I needed. Okay, so we're going to need 2 blocks on here. We're going to need one for the actual score and one for the player initials. And we're going to need to be able to select, are we going to need to select those or do we just, no, we just regenerate everything from scratch each time, right? Yeah. So, and we'll set aside storage for who knows how. It'll probably be a resource or something. So, top score will contain within it with children P blah 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 blah. Yeah, that was the reason for the rule. Of course, everyone would try to help and sort them out in case they had it happen to them. Yeah, we used to have people sort by hundreds, basically. It just was such a performance, right? And then the first screen editors must have seemed like, even just line editors must have seemed amazing. P spawn, and we're going to go with, we'll probably need some formatting for this. Like, for example, it's going to need to be row format. So flex direction row. Flex direction row. I'm going to need to sort this. Don't judge me. I just am. Sorry about that. And then P spawn. Judging. Don't judge me. So we're going to be spawning 2 nodes, 2 text nodes. I don't think we really need to label them. This is all mocked up, so we're going to have to generate it at some point on the fly. But for now, text bundle from section. We could do it from sections and then just have two separate. Well, let's do it. Let's do it like this for now. We got some ads. We got some ads. Bass. Text style. Font assets. Pixelify, which is a free Google font, available from any free Google font store anywhere. Font size, who knows, 50, 60. And color, what did they use? Kind of a gold. I think I had a gold. The other day I was just getting ChatGPT to generate like 10 colors of each shade in SIGB. That was really useful, actually. But I can't remember which one was gold because I didn't label any of them. I am a bad programmer. Okay, what is your problem? Unclosed delimiter. Is that what your problem is? That is not your problem. Match. Match delimiters. That is matching. That is matching. This needs a default. For some reason, we don't want to reformat, which is very annoying. Oh, yeah. No, that should be... Oh, it's probably the with children, right? So many errors, I can't keep track. So many errors. The one with the most in the red and some in the green and none in blue, right? That's correct. What is your beef? What is your goddamn beef? Can't see for all the formatting. What is your problem? This delimiter might not be properly closed. I think you're right. Bad Vimmer. Bad Vimmer. Looks better. But not perfect. Text bundle from section, piece spawn. There we go. That's better. Hey, now we're talking. Or very little in blue. Irish John Games, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you enjoyed Side Project. Is it Side Project Sunday? It's Sunday here anyway. No, that's completely reasonable. I was shocked that you raided at all, but I'm sorry that you raided while I was making tea in the kitchen. It's very kind of you. I used to read RGB colors in 256 color and hex as a kid. Side Project Saturday, we can't all be in the future. You're so right. Only the truly chosen. Okay, so we need two sections much like that. The other one will just have numbers in it. The future has snags. Yeah, thank you so much, Irish John Games. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a good rest. As in rest of your day. Okay, let's just check what that's doing real quick, in case I've made some stupid mistakes. Which is entirely possible. Okay, so we seem to have a couple of problems, but that's okay. We will fix them. I reckon they used like a... I wonder if they used a custom font or if they just... Oh, well, no, because it's all assembler, right? So who only knows what they were using to draw this shit. Okay. So we probably should use more than one font, but let's start with figuring out why they're all in the same row. Are we in column format? Because if we're not, we should be. No, we're in flex direction row. So flex direction column is where we're going to start. And then we'll add rows within it. So this column has children. It's going to need a row child. Ugh, this is way too much like web development. Bits and bytes. Okay, so this is not the root UI node. This is just flex direction row. Yes, we're going to have to sort it. No, we don't need that margin. No, we don't need the height or the width right now. We just need that. And then that has the children. What you doing, Tills? Good girl. Don't chew on your feet. Good dog. With children, P. I probably should use something other than P at some point, but you know, I'm just peeing all over the place. Don't chew on your feet. We're trying to protect you from all of that. Okay. So now we have children of this. So we're children of a row. And after the third one of those, we close this out and get rid of that one that I just added because it's wrong now. And that should, in theory, work. Okay, let's try that. Oh, it's a slow process, but never mind. Once we get it sorted, we won't have to do much more UI after this. I don't think this is the last big... God damn it. All right. That's because... Yeah, that's because now that we're flex direction column, align items and justify content are different. So, flex direction column, align items, center... Justify content, start. You can lead a horse to evanescence, but you can't bring him to life. But why would you do that to the poor horse? This is what I'm asking. Okay, that's mildly better. I do wonder what's going on with the spacing. I feel like the camera is offset in some important way. Yeah, you need to treat the horse with more respect, it seems to me. This is what it seems. Okay. So, we've got this child node bundle, which now we're going to make flex direction row. We do want a vertical margin, but I don't know why it's offset horizontally. Maybe let's go... with children. So let's go justify content, center, and align items start. Is that what I mean? I think that's what I mean. I think it's the default anyway, to be honest with you, but a lot of this Bevy UI is going to be going, well, not necessarily going away, but revised into a more kind of universal UI system. And we just kind of have to plod along with this one for a while until one of the many, many, many alternatives wins, or they adopt all of the ideas from all of the systems and combine them into one magical whole. Can't wait. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep doing this because it's good practice and I'll learn more. Probably. So the parent, does that also, that flex direction row, maybe that's not enough. Does that also need aligns in it? I feel like it shouldn't. Let's see where we are here. Oh, I just learned last night too, there's a way to highlight. Oh, that's much better. There's a way to highlight the boundaries of everything. So let's do that. I need to look it up. Get rid of our punch card. Bevy 14. Change log or release or whatever. And there's a way to highlight UI nodes. Let's just look down quite a lot. UI node border radius? No. UI node outline gizmos. Yeah, this thing here. Oh, thanks so much for the follow. STOTHEG85. It's a very brave thing for you to do. We're going to have to think about what we do for 300 followers. We're going to have a think about this. Okay, native layout tool. How do I do it? How do I do? Add plugins, Bevy dev tools, UI debug overlay, debug UI plugin. Cool. Excellent. So we go to UI and we do this. I don't want to do it, but I want to do systems after that. Okay, what is your beef? Could not find dev tools in Bevy. Oh, do I have to enable it? Is it a feature? Add a system to toggle it. Use Bevy Prelude. Don't tell me this is 14.1 or I'll cry. No, it's definitely 14. I think this must be a feature. I feel like it is. Layout tool. Oh, it's a pull request. Wait, no, that can't be right. It's being released. It's just linking to the pull request. A native layout tool which adds gizmo outlines to all nodes. Why does it not know about Bevy dev tools? It must be a feature flag. Bevy dev tools feature. Party at Basie's house, all 300 followers are invited. Haha. Yeah, I'm sure that'd be popular. West Auckland, man. I have actually been thinking about taking this game, primitive as it is, to there's a thing called Auckland Makes Games, which runs talks every couple of months, and there's next episode of Outrageous Fortune. Yeah, there's a showcase section of it, so you can go and listen to the talk, but you can also set up like a laptop and in a room, and people come and play a game and give you feedback. I thought it'd be quite fun, kind of scary, but quite fun. This crate provides. So do I actually have to install this? I guess maybe I do. Oh, added automatically with Bevy DevTools feature. Well, let's try it. Cargo. Dependencies. Bevy Dev Tools. Let's see if it, well, first of all, if it lets me do that at all. UI is what I'm looking for. Oh, it seems to be accepting of it now. This is good. This is good. This is very good. Okay, cool. So how do I enable it? How do I make it happen? Yeah, I'm intimidated by those things, like taking games along to somewhere and demoing them or talking about them, because I feel like not many people know about Bevy or about game dev and Rust. So I feel like it may be fun, but also very, very scary. Those things scare me. So, but you should do the things that you're scared of, right? These are important things to be doing. You should feel the fear and do it anyway, as they say. Okay, so mute options, resmute, Bevy, DevTools, UI, debug overlay. The debug outlines are enabled. Press space to turn them off. Options toggle. So is it not is the default for it to be toggled off? Well, we can just add this verbatim and then play with it, right? Somewhere. And then, do I need a system? Yeah. So let's go, add systems, update. Oh no, what did I say? Toggle something or other? Toggle overlay. No, don't do that. I hate it when you do that. Run, oh no, probably no run if. Okay, let's try that. That should be fun. Boop-a-doo. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Waiting for the CPU to catch up. Hurry up. Okay, well, it's not on by default. Uh-oh. that did not have the desired effect. It toggles the entire thing off. Huh. Uh-oh. I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't do what I thought. Oh, no camera for the debug overlay? Interesting. I wonder why. That's the problem it's having. It's got no camera. Try that one more time because I wanted to see why it spawned two of them. That's when it says it hasn't got the camera. So why? What? Why? What camera does it need? That would be a shame. Adds gizmo outlines to all nodes. Wildly useful. Yeah, but camera? Let's check in issues just to make sure that there isn't one. Issues. Outline camera. UI sometimes renders half size. Unwrap considered harmful. Does not handle node width custom transform correctly. Amazing gizmos. World space UI. Viewport specific UI. Oh, what a shame. I wonder if this is just because I do some weird shit with my camera. Huh. UI summon, no. Or possibly? Maybe I'll search for that particular error, which was camera entity wasn't found for debug overlay. Bevy does have a great Discord. There's one really good thing going for it. There's lots of people helping out. Camera entities don't show. I've lost all my working camera entities. That's back in 2022 though. Let's try past year. Nah. And the final thing is just to see the point in the code that issues that error. Good old GitHub search, camera entity, debug, what was it? Debug overlay. Camera wasn't found. Either the camera don't exist or the camera is the debug camera that we want to skip and warn. So, yeah, I don't understand that comment. Camera wasn't found. Either the camera don't exist, or which is not true, or the camera is the debug camera that we want to skip and warn. I wonder if the camera doesn't exist at the point that this loads. When do I load the camera? I do some tone mapping. Maybe it doesn't like that. Confusing. Still another team shout out while I think about it. Finding focus dev. Very cool. Man, it's not too many teamies on at the moment. Okay, now, when do I load that? So let's look at lib. Camera is pretty quick. It's almost the first one off the bat. Maybe I should load the debug UI plugin much earlier. Like not in UI. Maybe let's take this out. Just for the hell of it. Oh, hang on. Lib. Where's lib? Lib. Let's put it... Whoa. Let's put debug UI plugin in here. And then fix this. Where the hell is my file? Oh, there it is. And do it that way. I don't know if that's going to be useful, but let's try it. I don't see why it would be. Why can't it find my camera? Still can't find my camera. Oh, so annoying. I think I found a bug. Either the camera don't exist or yeah, so cameras get camera entity. Maybe target camera. What is maybe target camera? In roots. What is roots? Query entity global transform option target camera. BRB making another T. What is a target camera? I do not have a target camera. I have one of these. A camera 2D bundle, which consists of a camera, but not a target camera. What is a target camera? We wonders this. This is what we wonder. Indicates that this root node entity should be rendered to a specific camera. UI will then be laid out respecting the camera's viewpoint. Optional if there's only one camera in the world, which there is. I'm so confused. Okay, well, we're going to set aside that for now because it's obviously not working the way we want it to. And we will ask on Discord and some nice person will hopefully help us. It's interesting. Mute camera transform, camera query get. Yeah, I don't know. Just don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to drink more tea. Okay. Now, let's go back to high scores and see if we can figure this shit out. We need some more colors. We need the colors from UI. We need some of these at random. I don't really care. This one, perhaps. That's the one we used for score last time. Let's try using it for score this time. We need to close some windows too. Oh my God. Too many buffers. Too many buffers. High score, right. Okay, so for the actual score, let's use this color. And we're going to need some margining. A little bit of margining. Okay. Yep. So margin. We want this kind of thing. So large, small. So actually that color would be better on the... I wonder if we've got like a goldy kind of color. I need a color sampler. That's what I need. Let's restore boop-a-doo. Let's restore this to menu so that we can see our colors. And kind of the click the sheep to play color would be a good one for the name text. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, actually, I did need that. Click the sheep to play. That color. That's a good color. Let's use that color. And let's introduce some margin, or just instead of justify content center, use justify content space between. And try that on for size. Try that. Try a little bit of that. No, that's not what I wanted. Definitely not. Okay, so good colors though. And we want big and small. So 70, 40, something like that. I don't know, 60, 40 maybe. Why space between no work? Maybe width? Height and width. We've got vertical margins. What if we make this bigger? Very much trial and error, but never mind. Let's keep going. And get it done. Wow. Yeah, that didn't work. A line item start. Actually, just get rid of that. Justify content space between. Yeah, it didn't work nearly the way I thought it would. It would be great to be able to see these borders, so that I could tell what was being placed where. But I just don't know what that camera nonsense is. We got ads in a sec. Okay, so spawn, maybe we should introduce more height and width in this. You're back to your steeping. Reminds me to keep drinking mine. What's the time? 23 past 2. The sun's already gone behind the trees. God damn it. No dogs to be seen. They're all off skiving around elsewhere. Okay, so we got horizontal margin, and then high scores. Oh, right. So actually changing the width there doesn't really make much difference. In fact, why don't we just remove height and width from almost everything that doesn't absolutely need it? It's a lot less confusing. And then we've got the root node. And then we've got the row. And then the next row, essentially. Let's just get rid of that and that. And see what happens if we stop constraining all of these and just let them fill their containers. Yeah, it's a little more sensible. But the Kiwis have gone. Maybe they needed some height and width. Yeah, maybe they did. Yes, I do believe they did. So, oh, we got ads. What were we using? We were using val vmin. What were we using? Oh, val vmin. I see. Badoo badoo. Does that bring them back? It does. Okay. So, space between. Since this isn't apparently going to do it for me, I will just insert my own margins. That's what I'll do. So let's go with pspawn text bundle from section with style. Style. Default. And margin. UI rect. Horizontal. I don't know. vmin. Oh, val vmin 3. For want of a better thing. What's your problem? I put default. Oh, god damn it. Now what's your problem? Okay. So we need one of those. And we'll do the same thing here. Somewhere down here. Nope. Yeah. Here. Pain. Wrong. Bad. Yeah. Can't wait to try the Elgato Steamjack mobile app tonight. Really? I didn't know there was such a thing. Interesting. I was thinking about building one. I've got this old mechanical keyboard that I was thinking about rebinding, but it's using a really archaic firmware that I just don't really grok. Hey. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. I always like it when people bring me Ethernet cables.
That's your love language.
It is my love language, you're right. Well, coffee is my love language. We all know this. We all know this. Coffee and Ethernet cables. Okay, better. All right, so cheese and boba. Fair enough. But what kind of cheese? Are we talking blue cheese here? Because if so, I'm completely on board. We need to not have that be top justified. So actually, why don't we make this all? What I don't understand is how to center. Can you center justify things? Like if I do align items center, does that align things on the row or not really? Because it's kind of irritating that it's top aligned otherwise. Oh, it does. Nice. All right, well, let's do that. And it doesn't need all this vertical padding either because we've got to fit a bunch of other shit in. So Let's go margin vertical, more like 1. And then we're going to create 2 columns like this. T has steeped, BRB. Copy that. So this is going to be left column and right column. Derive component, debug, pub struct left column, right column. Okay. Instead of top score, we're going to use left column with children, blah, 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 blah. And then we're going to do the same thing right column, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So. If I was Wardstone, I would have been paying for subs by now. That's the top score. We don't want the children to be of the top score, right? So let's make sure that one's closed. It is. Okay. Marcus Wardrobe. I don't know. Has he relabeled himself? Okay, 14. He's the champion of all things Portal. Okay, so let's go p-spawn text bundle. And once we've created one text bundle, we can just copy the whole damn thing, which is awesome. And I will be able to loop over it, and everything will be happy. I have deemed it so. I have willed it. It shall come to pass. Actually, what we want is a copy of this, but on a smaller scale. We'd probably want this to be put into a function of some kind, but baby steps, baby steps. Baby steps. Now I'm confused. Where did that one come from? I'm so confused. Base 500. Oh, I see. 5,000. Yeah. So that's top score. Right. Oh, I'm getting myself wrapped around the axis here with all the axles with all of these indents. This so needs to become a series of functions. Oh no! I can't do that at all. This is not what we want. Okay, that's right column. This apparently is left column. I see. Okay. So this is no longer top score. And it has children, and we'll make them much, much smaller. 30 and 20, say. And make the padding smaller. And then we'll do the same thing in the right column. Except that we will change them Is that going to build? I do believe it might. It might. It may do. It may do. It does, but it's all in one column, which is not quite what I wanted. But it works. Okay, cool. So what did they use for colors on the others? Oh, they used purple. Interesting. I don't know if I like that. But yeah, okay, we can do that. So we need to change this from being a column to a row. Wait, no, we need two separate columns. Oh my God. Okay, flex direction is column. Hence the name, right column. And we'll change the color to be the purple one that we used for high score. Close. We're getting there. We're making progress. We're getting there. I would say that needs to be larger. And that needs to be larger. And we need numbers. We need numbers. We need numbers. It's painstaking work, but it's got to be done, and it will be good when it's finished. So now within these, they need to be flex direction row. And then we need a text bundle from... I wonder if I should use from sections here. It's probably better. Let's just see if it works with one of them, and then if it does, then that's fantastic. So from sections, and then this, and then I think, I can't remember. Text section, I think it is. Damn it, I need the guide. I need see text from sections for usage. Text section new is how you do it. Okay, and then from sections, blah, 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 blah. 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 Yeah. Text style, width style. And then this matches that, and then that matches that. And this matches that. And then other things have gone wrong. No method name width style for text section. Yeah, that's fair enough. Let's actually just take this margin out for now. Okay, better. Okay, so now we could add this in as well. So text section new. Yeah. And then that will just give us a clue as to whether the from sections approach works or not. And if it does, that's awesome. Kind of does, except of course there's no padding, but otherwise it works. I wonder if you can use just a space or if it doesn't recognize spaces. Pretzels are yummy. I completely agree with you on this. Oh, you can use a little space. It's not as marked, but it works. That's all right with me. So let's add the number now. So that makes it much simpler. Let's go with number 2 because fuzzy is number 2. At least that's the theory for now until they rise and take their rightful throne. Actually, number 3 in the pecking order. Rise. Gonna rise up. And then we could do the same thing, except it needs to be in the gold color or orangey color, whatever this is, so that it has a contrast. Then we do the same thing for Fanny. Doop-a-doo. No. Actually, no, bad, wrong, bad, wrong. No, bad, wrong. Still bad, wrong. Bad, wrong. Like this. 2 A N. No, bad, wrong. Bad Vimmer too. Very bad Vimmer. What's your problem? God damn it. What about this? That's even worse. I'm losing the plot. I'm losing the plot. I'm so losing the plot. Do I even Vim? I don't. I really don't. This thing is so indented, it's getting ridiculous. I can't wait until I refactor it. Okay, that is matching that, which is not cool, so we don't want that. This is matching that, which is cool. This is matching that, which is also cool. This should be there. That I don't even know. Oh man, I am so lost. Too much copying and pasting. Too much. Too much. Let's try and understand some of the shit. That is roughly where it should be. To make it. Yeah, that matches that with children. But we're missing something. We're missing it, I can tell. That matches from sections. That matches piece spawn. Oh, this is wrong. This matches the with children. This matches that with children. Unclosed delimiter. Sure. I think it's this one. I'm wrong. That is correct. That should be correct. With children. Text bundle from sections. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. That's correct. That's kind of correct. Oh man, what is going on? Okay, let's think about this. We've got an array with 3 text sections in it. What's going on? I did say that, you're right. From sections should match there, but it doesn't. What? Rust Analyzer just lost the plot because this is also a possibility. That matches there. This does not match that closing parenthesis. Seriously, I'm quitting the editor right now. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's try again. High score. Wait for it to load. Unclose delimiter, blah, blah, blah. Lure. Virtual text false. Unclosed, unclosed. It'll be like a missing comma somewhere. All of this looks wrong. Okay, well that's wrong. Seriously? Okay. This is getting pretty indented. I think we definitely need to refactor this soon. I just want to get the layout right. It's pretty sad. Bad programmer. Okay. Now we do need padding between these two columns, but the overall goal of it, apart from this dreadful font, the numbers are just so hard to read. But we are approaching what we have here, except this is much easier to read. Oh, and the brackets are in red. Do we want to get that crazy? I suppose we could. I suppose we could be detail-oriented gamers / programmers. We could do that. Okay. So that would mean one more text section. Which is rather annoying, but we'll deal with it. Wonder if it accepts more than one space. This one shall be in red. Space. Okay, we go down to fuzzy section and we do that. And then we do this. And then we see what that looks like. And we wait for it builds. Okay. It's horrible. It's garish, but it's us. All right. Let us sort out some padding here. So we need margins on both sides. So we need vertical margins, horizontal margins. How do you do that when you use the margin all thing? So UI rect like this. Left, right, top, and bottom. So left would be val vmin, say 5. And defaults. So maybe 1 for the top margin. And then we copy this block. Bad vimmer, very bad vimmer. That's for right column, so we go to left column. And we see what that looks like. And we wish not for the first time that we were running a interpreted language. But that looks much nicer. There's definitely still some imbalance here, which makes me think the camera's offset, but you know what? We'll roll with it for now. So now we can just copy paste all of these things so that we get a sense of what it will look like at bigger scales. So that bit. Oh, wait, so that was one row? Wait a minute. Oh no, that's, yeah, so we need, wait, is right column a child of left column right now? Or am I just getting completely, where is left column? There, with children row. Okay, where is right column? Yeah. So right column is a child of left column right now. That is not the way we want it. In fact, how is this even working? God, this is so confusing. This is where you do need an editor. Oh God, how can I tell where it ends? That's left column. It needs to be at this level. I'm going to name my children left column and right column. You should do that. Okay, now this should hopefully match left column. It does. Well, left column's children. Okay, but does that break everything? So flex direction column. And then within each one, each row needs to be a flex direction row. Oh God, that means more indenting. Left column has a child of node bundle row. So that's correct. If you go to right column, does not have a child. Okay. Jeez. It's like some sort of web development nightmare. This is gonna hopefully fix things after a brief period of terror. Okay, that will almost certainly be wrong, but let's see how badly we broke things. Use Flexbox instead of Grid. I am using Flexbox. Well, kind of. Oh, that does actually work, so that's good. I think maybe this is off, but... Okay, so we've got... The spacing is on there, which it shouldn't be. It should be on the parent, not this. And it's got justify content space between. Whereas this should be justify content, probably center. And then we go up. This should not need any padding or margining because they're on here. And that should probably be center. Okay, now what do we get? We're going to have some ads in a sec. Okay, that looks vaguely rational. All right. Now, this is going to become a loop. So we need to think about what kind of information we want to store for high scores. We need an initial. We need, hang on, an individual high score will be a pub struct pub struct score pub initials string pub score U32, I guess. Anything else? No, because you just sort them and then display them in order. Essentially. Who do we need to shout out to right now? Hang on. Let's try, see if any greens are on. Hey, I'm Geyser. Nice. It's been the same too the whole time. Okay. So yeah, we got a pubstrat score, and then we do a resource. Do you have to be a component to be in a resource? I don't think you do. Derive. Oh, we got ads. Derive resource. I forget what else you need on these. Debug. Let's have a look for resource and see what we need on these things. Stats just has debug and resource, so that seems fine. And then it'll be a list of scores. So pub struct all scores or high scores. And pub scores is a vec of score. Beautiful. Doesn't implement debug. What? Oh, okay. Beautiful. Now we need to initialize that resource, which means we need to add it up here. Init a resource scores, high scores. Which probably means I need a default, right? Yeah. So defaults and defaults. Nope, that's even worse. Oh, that's just have never read. That's fine. I wonder, do you need default on this? No, you don't. Okay, cool. All right. Cool. So now we've got a high scores. That means every time we finish a game, we could just provide an entry for you to enter your high score initials and then save to the resource. So we can mock that so that we have like a base. Yeah. I wonder if we should have a substate of high scores for just entering the name. Possibly. Haven't actually messed around with substates much yet, or scoped resource state scoped entities, that kind of shit. That all came out with 14, which sound really useful. In the meantime, let's add fn save high score. Save high score, one word, possibly, probably. And high scores, which would be mutable. What do we got? Res mute high scores. And we're also going to need the stats because that's where the score is. Res stats. And then all we'll do is when the game's over, we'll mock the initials until we have a way to enter them. We'll just make them AAA. So we'll just go high scores. Scores. Add. Is it add? Push, insert. I was append. Thank you. Append score. Initials. AAA. And score stats Score. How many problems can I possibly have? I might have meant to use push. Okay. There we go. Oh, into. And what's your issue here? Cannot find test type stats. Beautiful. Oh, and it's never used. So this needs to run in game state over, I think it is. Oh, we're not using over right now? I think we need to. So in game state over, we will, when we transition to menu, we'll instead transition to game state over. So when does that happen? I think it's in that next level. Yeah, stats level is 0. Next game state set, game state menu. Instead of this, we'll go next game state set, game state over. And we also want to do that when they've died, basically. So where do we find that? I think it's in player. Go bye-bye. If stats lives equals 1. Yeah, here we go. This is pretty clumsy, but it'll work. Game state over. Same deal here. If you've fallen off. Okay. So now that we're in game state over, we go back to our high scores. Boo-ba-doo, ba-doo-ba-doo, and we run this. Add systems on enter game state over. What did I say? Save high score? I wish it wouldn't do that. I need to stop doing that. Save high score. And then save high score needs the next state so that it can transition out of the state. It's all states all the way down, just like turtles. Next state, next game state. That's immutable. That's a mutable as opposed to immutable. Res mute next state game state. Beautiful. And then we do that, and then we do then we do next game state set game state menu. Nice. That, I see no reason why that shouldn't work. So now we need a way to display that dynamically. So instead of drawing all that stuff in that, we're going to draw it actually, instead of going to menu, we're going to go to high score. And there will be to do only go to high score if you've, you know, actually set a high score. But for now, we'll just always go there. Okay, so. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Kiricha. Or Karcha. Or, yeah, one of those two, I feel confident. Thanks for the shout out, I'm Geyser. And for the follow. My goodness. Cool. So yeah, so we need to basically tear some of this down and just do it dynamically. What we'll do is we'll leave the top score thing set and we'll just, hey, how you doing? Welcome. And we will just loop through the high score resource. Oh, that's so messy. I can't wait to tidy that up. Okay, so high scores. So high scores. Res high scores. Beautiful. Easy done. And then what's your problem here? Oh yeah, we don't use layouts either. Okay. Then we'll go down to Fanny's, actually to left column. Yeah. Oh, it's so messy, but we're still going to do it. And then we're going to do this. We're going to do for score and high scores, iter, but we want to sort. I actually don't know how to do that. Oh, that's so sad. Rust sort vec by field. Sort by key. Sorts the slice with a key extraction function. Okay. Show me an example. That seems perfectly reasonable. Yeah, okay. So let's go sort by, oh, actually iter probably. Maybe, oh, I'm not sure about that. I feel like scores is a vec. That should be enough, right? Score, right? Cannot find value high scores in the scope. Oh, yeah. No wonder it was confused. Cannot mutate immutable value high scores, and I need to do it to sort it. It must be in place, I guess. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind too much. It's a bit wasteful, but what the hell? They're only tiny. The trait standard iterator is not implemented for blah, so I do need to do this. Method sort by key is available on and high score score. Well, what did I do? Oh, interesting. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this. This is so confusing. All right. So sort by key is available on and high score score. So why is that a problem? Do I need to pass the address of it? I am confused. V is not a vector in this case, so let's just get the big green robot to synthesize this information for us. Vector of struct sort by field. What? No, we would prefer Rust structs, not C++. Vector of Rust struct. Sort by key, right. Oh, so it's an A to B thing? And sort by key is just sort by key. So why is it complaining when I try to do that? Do I have to clone it? Scores is a vec of score, right? Vec score global? What? Does it have to be a component? Ooh, this is weird. This is very, very weird. S is in fact a score, right? It's an address of score, but that's fine. Is it because I'm trying... Oh, maybe... Iter is available on Mutant High School Score. Sort by key modifies its receiver in place. No method named issue. It's not an iterator. So do I have to collect? I'm confused. It's already a collection. It's not an iterator. The following trait bounds were not satisfied. I am so confused. High scores. We can figure this out. It's fine. High scores is a res high scores. Scores is a vec score global, which I don't entirely understand. Catch you later. Going to have an afternoon nap. That sounds awesome. Enjoy your afternoon nap. I approve. Stamp of approval. I need to figure this out. We are sorting by key and we're getting a score, an AND score. And score is a U32, so we're correctly identifying the types. Now I think we're struggling with a problem that we don't have an iterator. So why don't we step this out a little? Why don't we say let foo equals let sorted scores equals that, and see what type we end up with. Oh, okay. It sorts it in place, right? So it doesn't return anything. Okay, yeah. I gotcha. Man, that took me a while. Probably too long, to be honest with you. Because now we've got a res. Yeah. Now we've... God damn it. Derif mute. Yeah, I've had this before. So... I have had this before. This one needs it, I think. Deref and deref mute. Cannot borrow data in deference of mutable. Trait deref mute. It is not implemented for high scores, but I just implemented it. Hello. I just did that. Is Rust Analyzer having trouble catching up, or am I missing something else? Feels like this shouldn't be this hard. Is it possible that I don't need to iterate like that? Cannot borrow data in dereference. Deref mute is required. But I did. I promise you I did. Is it because deref mute isn't on scores? No, that seems strange. Or do I have to do this? See, I don't know. I thought I satisfied its requirement. I really did. Why is it insisting? It's not because of this, right? No. Cannot borrow data and dereference of bevy res high scores because of the resource. Deref mute is implemented for high scores. Is it not? Where else have I used deref mute? Animation timer. Component deref mute. Oh, components not resources? Maybe that's the difference. Yeah, I bet it is. Okay. All right. I can't borrow it. And I probably don't want to sort the resource anyway. What I want is a copy of the scores. So I should clone it and then deref it, right? Clone it and then sort it. Let's try that. Let sorted scores equals high scores cloned. Clone is required by score, which it doesn't have. I could implement clone and copy. It's getting a little bit fiddly, but we'll get there. I don't think I can implement copy because of the string. Oh yeah, here we go. So now sorted scores, sort by key, S score. Still not good because deref mute, no. Oh, it's not declared as mutable, fair enough. Ooh, we might be onto something. I learn more about Rust each day. Yes, okay, we're there. Holy crap, that was annoying. I think I see where I went wrong, though. I tried to sort the resource. I shouldn't have tried to do that. Okay, sweet. Now, I need to do this stuff with it. That is probably not going to be indented correctly. Oh, I got away with it. Nice. So score is going to appear down here. Really? Oh, right. Score, I guess. That's kind of sucky, but we'll live with it. And this is going to be format this thing and then a space and then score initials like so. And then the number, so we'll need the, we will need the index. So that will mean, I think we do a range, right? I can't remember. Look it up. Range across vec with index. Iter enumerate. Oh yeah, cool. Same order, right? Yeah. And then we're going to use I plus 1. So format I plus 1. Nice. Okay, is that going to explode in any way, shape, or form? Let's find out. Okay, so nothing in there now, but it hasn't died, so that's good. So now we need to take this out of the loading cycle. And we need to see if our new code to store the high score is actually working. It's come up at the wrong size again. I will find out what is going on with that bug. Okay, we add like 10 of score and then we end the game. Yeah, okay, well it does actually work. AAA 20. But we forgot to despawn the rest of the level, but that's okay. That's okay. We can do that. So we have no way to transition back to the main screen, so we can't play again. That's kind of annoying. Let's do that based on a timer, maybe. So first of all, we need to despawn things when we enter we need to run the on-level despawner thing. So I think that's in menu currently. On enter game state menu teardown, which is the menu teardown, and that just removes all of this stuff. So we can do the same thing for on enter game state. Yeah, we'll just remove this. We're going to have some ads in a sec. And we'll go to high score. On enter game state high score, init, and teardown. Actually, we'll do teardown. And that is the other teardown. So it is from, oh, I can't even spell it. That is from menu. Okay. So, and then we'll run a timer so that at the end of the timer, we go back to the menu. We'll make that real short in the interim. So, derive. I always forget this. Component deref mute animation timer pub timer. Struct animation. No, we're going to go high scores timer per timer. And during init, we will initialize that. Commands spawn animation timer. What am I doing? High scores timer. Oh, we get ads. I got no dogs. Where are my dogs? I'm going to have to get another cup of tea. Maybe I'll do that actually. I'll be right back with another cuppa. Okay. Now then, let's see where we got to. So we have a way to, what was I doing? We had a way to, oh yeah. So we need to spawn our timer. High school's timer from seconds. Const high scores timer seconds F32. I don't know, call it 5 for now. It'll be too short, but we'll do that. And timer mode once. What mismatch delimiter? Oh, okay. Cool. And then we need a system for advancing the timer. Add systems, update, run high scores, timer, run F, end state, game state, high scores. Cool. And we'll take that. So fn run high scores, timer, mute high scores timer is a res mute. Oh, no, it's not. It's a query. Query high scores timer and time, which is a res time, and a next state so that we can transition. Boop-a-doo. Next mutable. Next game state. Yeah, that one. And then we go. If not high scores timer tick time delta finished. Return. Otherwise, next game state set game state menu. And we'd want to run teardown, right? Which we don't currently have. Oh, right, we actually have to query the timer. If let okay timer equals high scores timer get single mute. Like that. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'd need to tear down. Commands. And a query for the root high scores node, I think it's called. Oh, it's just called root UI node. It's just called root UI node. Okay. Root UI node is probably doesn't need to be mutable. Query entity with root UI node for p in root UI node commands entity e despawn recursive. I really need to get used to state scoped entities. I think it'll make these things a lot simpler. Okay, so that should get us back to the menu, and then we can maybe try creating two scores. Okay. All right. So that's one score. And we should wait 5 seconds. Yeah. And then again. We'll make the score slightly different so we know it wasn't an accident. Okay, so it does it in a row. That's not what we want. But it actually, that doesn't look accurate. Do we clear that score value? I bet we don't. Let's just make sure. Uh-oh. The timer didn't get reset. Okay. All right, couple of problems. Let's make let's reset the timer. So timer reset. Since we're not despawning it, we may as well reset it. Except that a new copy will be created, won't it? Ooh, interesting. I don't know if it will. Will it be created? Maybe I should just despawn it to make sure. So we could do this. I'm quite certain one of these things is wrong. There we go. And we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. And I'm not sure about this one. Oh, it doesn't need to be mutable? Yeah, that's probably true. Although, yeah, probably true. Okay. So now the other problem was what? The timer didn't get reset and maybe the scores didn't? I thought stats high score got reset at menu. Let's check. Oh, and the row was the other problem, but we can fix that. Ah, this is going to be the wrong resolution again. Fun times. Okay, so this will be a 0 score. We might as well add 5 to it. Okay, 10. Okay, so our first high score should be 10. And it is. Wait 5 seconds. And we're good. Now we'll add, say, another 10. Oh, no, that's right. Okay, sweet. There's no sense of who got the 10 high score first, I suppose. We'll see if it's sorted, eh? This one should be 20. Okay, it's reverse sorted, so we want to change it around the other way. Okay, good. So a couple of problems. Sort by key. How would you reverse sort by key? You might not be able to do, you might just have to do sort by, which would be A, B. A score is less than B score. I can't remember which way around that goes. Oh, expected ordering. Oh, sorry, where is the dark mode? Dark mode. No dark mode? Okay, I'll be quick. Maybe there is. Oh, here we go. That'll do it. All right. So that sort isn't going to work for us. Sort by. Oh, interesting. Partial comp. Derived natural order. That's pretty interesting. Oh, thanks very much for the raid, Finding Focus Dev. How are you? Finding Focus Dev. You should follow Finding Focus Dev if you don't already. How was your stream? What were you working on? Tell me all. Oh, I need to rescue my tea. There. Had a good stream. Added a wizard to the game. Wait, are we talking about a wizard as in a thing you use to build something else, or a wizard as in an actual wizard? Because either is good. I'm just saying. One is a UI tool and one is a master of magic of some sort. A, B, B, age, comp, A, age. Oh, I see. A mage, sorcerer, conjurer of cheap tricks. Okay, that kind of wizard. I'm with you now. I'm with you. Excellent. Score comp. Address of. Okay. Like that, you're saying. Okay, that might be better. Let's check for sorting, and let's also we're working on high score tables. So this thing, trying to implement something similar. Now I need to know. This needs to be a column for one thing. Or actually, we just need to. Each time our loop actually needs to be, yeah, up a bit. Like this. We spawn the node bundle and then we do that. And then we end the loop. No, not there. Maybe there. No. Yeah, I think that was the one. Let's try that. So we want to establish two scores. One is 10. And game over. And our score is 10. And then we try again and we have, say, 20. And no, it's still wrong. So we need the reverse order. So instead of A comp B or B comp A, it's A comp B, whichever one. Yeah, it's B comp A is what we want. There we go. Try that again. Trial and error. There's a lot of trial and error in this game. Seems to me. Okay, that's 5. And that's 5. Wait a few seconds. And we'll get a higher total. You're here again. Fanny, I just assume that you're going to be in most of the raids. I just assume that that's what happens. Hey, it works. Okay, so 20 and then 5. So this is still in a row, though, which is not what we want. We do not want this. What? No. Yes. Okay, so this is our flex direction row. No, column should not be flex direction row. Column should be flex direction column. And then this thing should be flex direction row, which it is. So right column, flex direction column, exactly. Okay, so we'll test that one more time. Who would have thought? Imagine the people doing this in assembly language, man. I can't even, like, I hope they had some kind of tools. It would have been just such a huge job. Okay, so this is going to be a score of 20. Okay, that's not quite what I imagined, but never mind. We'll figure that out later. And then this one needs to be a higher score, so say 25, 30, that'll do. Mew. 30, 20. Yeah, so this is wrong though. So the containing one needs to be a row. So the thing that contains right column and left column needs to be in a row, and it's not. It's a column. No, flex direction row with children. Oh no, that's, yeah. Okay, so we need another one of these. Oh man. So many levels of indentation here. It's just getting a little scary. Justify content space between. Sure. With children. Okay, that in theory should work. In theory, these theories, they have a lot to answer for. Okay, score of 20. Nope, that's not right. Damn it. Okay. All right. We can do this. It's fine. Yeah, everything's going to be fine. All right. It's weird. Oh, I see why it's drawing a border around you. It's because you're a raider. You're a raider. You don't normally have a border. Okay. We need some comments. I hate to say it, but we do. This is the root UI node. This thing is flex direction row. This thing is titles. This thing is top score. This thing is columns. Ah, another top score. That could be confusing. Yeah, that's definitely not right. So this is the columns, and that's the left column. And then this thing is just sorting through the columns. And that's the right column. So many levels of indentation. Okay, does removing that extra component help? Pardon me while I fall to my death again. You're falling asleep at your PC? That's a damning indictment on my stream. No, I understand. It's Sunday afternoon. Okay, so that's still displaying everything as a column. So we haven't quite... You are keeping me awake. Oh, that's... I guess that's better. Okay, so that's flex direction column. That's flex direction row, but it should be. But I may need to nap. You absolutely should nap. The Sundays are designed for this purpose. Flex direction column. Left column, that's right. Flex direction row, that's right. Let's make sure that they are both children of this. That's left column. No, they're not. Damn it. Right column must be a child of left column again. It is. This is not a good way to write UI. Hang on. I'm going to have some ads in a sec. Okay, I think that might have done it. Yes, that is what's supposed to happen. Now let's try and set another one and make sure that it appears beneath the first one. Or above it, as the case may be. Yes. All right. Now we're talking. Now for phase 3. We need to make them display in alternate columns. Odd on the right, even on the left. And then we're almost there. We're almost there. What's the time? Almost 4 o'clock. Who's on for the team? Who's on for the team? We got to keep checking on the team, shouting out the team. We're shouting out Yarend. He's the only other teamie on. What the hell? Okay. So now, instead of doing this... Oh, he gave me a shout out. That was nice of him. Instead of doing this, we are going to do... We're going to spawn both of these and get their IDs. And this will make things much less confusing, I hope. We got to add some. Okay, we get IDs of these, and we go let left column, right column, equals let left column equals, and then we go let entity column entity equals either let column entity equals left column if I percent. Does Rust do modulus? It should do, right? Rust modulo. Okay. I% is 0. Actually does not equal 0. Column, this needs to be mutable. Column entity equals right column. And then we will go, instead of using children, we will go, oh, we can't. Can we? P entity? No, we can't. Shoot. I might need to spawn all these in the init function and then do this bit later. Yeah. Because we have to have commands to do this. I don't think you can use parent entity like this. You can't do this. Like so. Oh, there's all kinds of problems here. Okay. That's okay. This is refactoring. This is what we needed to do anyway. So don't panic. Nobody panic. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Nobody panic at all. What we're going to do is we're going to... We should really chain this, but let's... add systems. Actually, how do I chain it? Bivy chain systems. Okay, perfect. And then we'll do init and then populate. Fn populate. Mute commands. High scores. Probably a bunch of other things I haven't thought of yet. And we'll just migrate almost all of that logic out of there, and we'll instantly be a lot happier. Yeah. Get rid of all the with children crap. All of it. Gone. So we want to spawn the right column. And we want to spawn the left column. We don't care about assigning the IDs anymore. Nice. So spawn the left column, spawn the right column, and then all of this needs to make sense. Ooh, we got sunshine coming in. It's making me look quite washed out. I need more tea. More tea. Okay. Now, we probably... Yeah, we can still do this. We just need a query for it. So I need columns, which is a query for left column, right column. I should name these better, to be honest with you, but that's a task for later. Do they need? I don't think they need to be mutable. And we want the entities for those, so actually maybe we do. Left column is query entity with left column. I wonder if I'll need to disambiguate that. I probably will, right? Right column is query entity with right column. Let okay LC equals left column get single else return. And RC and then we get the scores, we have them sorted. Right, let moot column entity equals LC. If it's even, then use RC. Then commands entity, column entity with children. And hopefully everything should instantaneously get a lot more manageable. We need the font. Font assets, res font assets. Nice. Okay. So that should decide which column to add things to, basically. All right. I am okay with that, I think. Let's give it a quick run and see what goes on. See if our little surgery is successful. Let's try that again. Okay. So should have one column only with that high score in it. And then hopefully 2 columns. Nice. All right. How about 3 columns? I mean, 2 columns, 3 entries. Let's make this one the highest so that it definitely appears in the beginning. Yep, it does, but this needs to be aligned to the start. But apart from that, we're doing okay. Let's make it an even odd number so it's easier to distinguish. Yeah, that's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the difference is here that we need to assign number 1 to the top score, but that's okay. We will do that. Okay, cool. Definitely need to commit because we've done so much. What did I add to Cargo Tomo? Oh, the dev tools. High scores whip. No, no, no. Nice. Okay. So now we need to put the first one in the top score slot. So top score is query entity with top score. And then we'll take that bit out. This bit, take its with children away. Oh, it's all starting to come together. After trial and toil. Actually, the even ones are supposed to go in the left column. Ah, the plot thickens. So basically we want let OK equals top score equals top score get single else return and if I equals 0, column entity equals TS. Actually, we probably just want like an entirely separate block here. If I 0 commands entity TS with children. Oh, we already got the with children bit. And return. Yeah, something like that. It's not great, but it could be worse. Probably don't need all these comments anymore. It's the nice thing about marker components. They kind of self-document. All right, and we don't need high scores anymore. All right, let's see how we go now. So the first score should appear in the high scores. Oh no, it won't, because I haven't finished actually editing that section. Okay, one more try. So we need the score. So this is score initials. Capitalize uppercase, two upper, two uppercase. Yeah. With style, blah, blah. And this is score, which is rather badly named. Two string. And that should be better. Okay. So the first score should appear in the all-star slot with 5. And it does. Nice. And then we should knock it out of the top slot. With a score of 20. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work. What happened to the rest of them? Oh, I know what. It exits after the first one. Continue is what we wanted, not return. Let's try that again. Okay. So far, so good. Score of 30 should be the new high score. And it is. The 2 is not well justified, but that's okay. $30, $10, $30. That's wrong. So is our sort wrong again? What happens if I set a score of 0? $10, $30, 0. Why is the 30 being sorted there? What happens if I set 40? Well, I can't because I said 30 again. 30, 30, 30, 0, 10. Well, that's wrong as well. So am I not sorting anymore? Or does 0 not... Hang on. Sorted scores. Maybe we should display that. Just get some kind of feedback here while I throw myself from the precipice over and over again. Okay, 30, fine. And we got score 30. Set a score of 10. And we got 30, 10. That's fine. Now set a score of 30, well, say 5, I don't know. That's wrong. 35, 10. Oh, it got the 3 round the wrong way. I see what's happening. All right. This is what I was talking about before. So this. RC, LC. There we go. A little bit more falling off precipices, and then hopefully I might be able to do something different. Okay, start with 10. Go for 25. New high score. That font is so hard to read. Definitely need to find an alternative. $30, $25, $10. Yep. And we'll just check the column display. Yeah, good. I mean, it's not great that this isn't aligned top. We could probably change that. So right column. Align items, flex direction column, justify content center. I think that should be start. And same with left column. And align items should probably be start too, actually, now that I think of it. In which case, I'm pretty sure that's the default, but probably no harm in being specific. Oh God, that means I've got to do a bunch more jumping off as well. Okay. If I provide width to those, they'll probably line up on left and right sides. But I'm not going there today. Yeah, so far so good. So I want to see both of them sitting against the top for this next one. Nope, that one's wrong. Damn. Oh well, not going to mess with it today. Okay, let's do a commit. Working high scores, sorta. And Let's do a build. Oh, it's right here. We're up to 0.13. Okay. And build web will take a little while. When that's done, it will be available. Oh, it's actually at the top of the pinned Fanny Slam pinned it earlier. And I also publish builds to Discord, just in case anyone wants to follow along. This is still running the previous build with all the numbers on it. And definitely no high score. Okay. Yeah. Reasonably inclined to raid out pretty soon, I think. Who can I raid into is the question. How long have we been going? 3.5. Yeah. We got ER end. We should raid into ER end, actually. We should totally do that. But thanks so much for hanging out and all of the raiders, my goodness. All of the followers, very much appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Let's raid ER end and go say hi to them. Thanks very much. We'll catch you next time.
Everybody, prepare your ear holes. Oh my god, hi.